I'm Ginger Petty, and I was diagnosed with a heart condition. I had 2 surgeries, and they were unsuccessful. I came to All Nations Church, and after the service, Pastor Mahesh was at the door when you leave out, and I stopped and I just let him know about I was having some health issues. And at that time, he laid his hand exactly where the probe, the heart monitor, was at that I was wearing. And he prayed, and he told me, and instantly I felt heat, something burning inside on the site where his hands were. And then he told me the next Sunday, come up to the church and come up front so he can lay hands and pray for me. And so that week I sort of felt a little different. I felt certain things that I could do. I could walk a little further. I could do things more easier than I was before, because at that time I was not able to do anything. I was not able to cut grass. I was not able to do vacuum cleaning without my heart going into an out of rhythm, and then the paramedics would be dispatched to the house from the monitor I was carrying. Well, then I came back that Sunday, and the whole time during service I felt the heat where he laid his hands the Sunday before. And when I went up there, he had, and this was so funny, I forgot to mention this to anyone else, but when I went up there after church, and we were lined up for him to come by, and he said, nobody touch, nobody touch. And he came to me, and he started blowing, and the heat came from, and it wasn't a, it was a, when I felt the heat going in and going through, and I felt something inside of me working spiritually and physically. I felt something going through. Then after he did that, I went out, and no one caught me, so nobody touched me. Well, I got up, and I sort of felt funny, different, so I walked out the church, me and a friend, and he said, do you need the rest? I said, no. And I walked all the way to the car, and he said, are you okay? And I said, I just feel the burning, the heat. I said, but I'm okay. He said, well, I think that God may be still working on you. He said, sit down in your car, catch your breath before you start to drive. And I sat in the car, he got in his car, and I got out, and he said, what are you doing? I said, I just want to do something. So I ran around the car. He said, Ginger, don't do that. And I said, no, look. And I ran around the car again. He said, you're pushing it, don't do that. And I started doing up and downs just to see if it was okay. And he said, get in the car. So I got in the car. I was good. The doctor called that Monday, and he said the heart monitor was going off that Sunday, that I needed to get in there. And I said, well, I cut grass today. He said, don't do that, don't do that. So I go in, and that was on a Wednesday. I took some tests. They ran me through all kinds of tests, and then the following week the doctor called. He had me to come in, and he said, Ginger, he said, we've taken every test we can take. We've looked over everything. He said, I'm taking you off the heart monitor, the heart transplant list. He said, because everything is back to normal. He said, there's no scarring from the treatments that I've had to have. There's nothing there that's caused the infection. My heart was back to normal. It was beating regular. I had a heart valve that was leaking into the I guess my stomach or my chest, and that leaking had stopped on its own. And he said that I consulted with the other partners, the other doctors you've seen. He said, and the only thing we can say is there's no medical reason why you should not be on the still be on the heart transplant list. He said, but we can't keep you there because there's nothing wrong. The only thing I can do, and the only thing I can say is, you were right, God did heal you. And that was it.